Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 23 and it is time for round 13 of our career mode. It is time for the Indian GP of the Budhh International Circuit. Ladies and gentlemen, we did no qualifying, we'll be starting from the back of the grid. Let's crack on. So here we go then, as mentioned already, from the back of the grid we will start, hopefully get a good one from here, and I think this one is going to be full of action as Taka Nakagami pushes inside our way there just ever so slightly as we go really late on the break against the 120% difficulty AI. Don't know why they go so slow at the start, but we got through on, what, 50% of the grid already, so now it is full send to go for the victory. Now, on the bottom right corner of your screen, I have, of course, an objective to beat Fabio Quartararo, which shouldn't really be too difficult. However, I've just noticed he's up there in the top 5, and I've just noticed Paul Espargaro is leading, well, was leading the way on board the Tech 3 Gas. Is that Pedro Acosta? Has Paul been replaced already in my game? Look at him go, he's up into the top position. Did he start from the front row? I think he might have done. Fair play to Paul. I'm absolutely gobsmacked to that, but I'm really pleased, so good job to Paul as he's up there in second place. Now we're going to try and get through on Marquez here and possibly Vinales as well. Wait for the AI to make that small mistake where they go deep, take over as many positions as possible and try and get on to the podium battle. I've got to say, with this Ducati, this is making this race extremely easy compared to what I thought it would be. I haven't touched Budhh since, what, God knows what, I don't remember the last time we came to the circuit. Did I do any other videos since the career mode? Probably not, so the last time we did it would have been on board the KTM last season. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to make a note of that because I would like to attempt this circuit once again, but maybe under different circumstances, maybe in time trial or maybe even online as we try and get through now on Paul Espargaro. Yeah, pretty much easily done actually. I didn't think it'd be too much difficulty to get past him, but I didn't think we would be up to second in just one lap. This is the 120% difficulty AI. I've said that so many times this season. It has not changed since Moto 3, and we are still here giving it everything, but this time on the factory Ducati. I will confess, this Ducati has made the career mode way too easy. Luca Marini and Miguel Oliveira just crashed behind us, but yeah, this Ducati has just completely changed the MotoGP 23 career mode, which, for the negative in my opinion. I think with the Gas and the KTM, I felt like the AI was really difficult, but it was down to the bike and it just wasn't upgraded, nowhere near as good as the factory Lenovo GP23 bike. So yeah, I think next time, if MotoGP 24 is similar, we avoid the factory Ducati. And to be honest with you, I'm already on the vein that where we've used the Gas, we've used the KTM, and we've used the factory Ducati. I would say we ban using them for the next game. Now, of course, I've still got a couple more rounds to go. We're on round 13 here. We've got probably like 8 more rounds after this one. It's only 8 videos. So I think we might have enough time just to do something else, just a few ideas before moving on to MotoGP 24, but I would imagine we might not be able to get the career mode races done, even if I do move over to the Yamaha. I've still got a lot of creative videos yet to do, and I still want to decide what my favourite bike is in MotoGP 23. I still can't decide, as Jack Miller got really close there. I thought I'd be pulling away from him yet, but it hasn't happened. Jack Miller's still very much there, but across the line, fastest man on the circuit at 1:42.102. Now, I have absolutely no idea what lap times the AI were doing in the practice or qualifying, because I never even loaded up the practice, because there was no need as Jack Miller up on the inside for turn 3. But yeah, there was absolutely no need for me to go into the practice or qualifying, because of course the new challenge of this career mode now is to start every single round from the back of the grid, which is a shame because I was really doing well with the pole positions, but for interest and for content and for enjoyment as I go deep there for turn 4, I would definitely suggest starting with the back of the grid is the better option. So Quartararo is now up to 3rd, and in fact I've just realised we don't need to beat Fabio in the race, we just need to not lose any championship points and such. I mean, he's not going to catch up 271 even if I crash out of every single race now. I think we're going to definitely secure a spot for the Yamaha. So if we do get a chance to do a very short career mode, I think the shortest calendar is 9 races, so we'd have to get 9 races done with the Yamaha. I'm sure we could figure something out. We'll definitely decide something before everything comes to conclusion on MotoGP 23. All I know is that I'm extremely excited for the 24th installment of MotoGP, and it's not that far away. So fingers crossed I do eventually get my hands on a preview build at some point. So the 0.4 of a second gap then. I have never been victorious here in Budhh. I think I finished second and third. I don't think I've ever won a sprint race here. I have won, but that was in Moto 2. But I don't believe we were able to get a victory at all in MotoGP 23. I think both rounds in the races where that is concerned, we had a penalty and had a 3-second penalty, which completely ruined our chances of any decent points in both aspirations in the Indian GP. So onto the power then. Nice big straight here. I've started using the ride height device here. I'm getting a bit lazy. I can't be bothered to throttle it really gently. I know it's a little bit quicker to do it without, but it's just easier to hit the ride height device and let that bike do all the work rather than me balancing the throttle with a nice gentle acceleration. So onto the brakes again then. This is where I imagine we'll be able to pull away from the AI. Just got a glimpse behind us there. It's Quartararo now in second. Together on track. I think Jack Miller's right there with him as well. So this podium is pretty much decided amongst the three competitors on your screen. The Aussie, the Frenchman and the Brit. I can't see Marquez, Bastianini or Paul getting involved now. So onto the right hand side. We'll bring on the power and get into the left hand side. I do love this corner. I think it's one of my favourite corners here of this Indian GP. I really like the way it flows into that corner. So into the right hand side. Just taking a look at the right hand side there. I think we might not. Oh no, we will. I looked at it completely. I've made a mess now. I should have been paying attention, but I was going to say that we should get into the 142s again, but I think that's gone now. I just absolutely made a mistake. Yeah, we did. We dropped to the 43s. What a pillock. My apologies. That was just terrible. We got a little bit sidetracked there as Quartararo brings the gap in now with a couple of tenths of a second. In fact, never mind, a couple of tenths. He's here. Is he going for the lunge? Certainly is, but look at that beautiful tight apex. Beautiful as gesticulation from Fabio as he's a little bit miffed that we made a small amount of contact. Not exactly my fault, is it? But it is what it is. Charging down the long straight. Look for this little piece on the left-hand side there. A little bit of discoloured grass to the left-hand side is exactly where I brake every time, and it seems to work out wonderfully. Apart from the other lap ago where I made a mistake. I didn't actually brake at the right point. Also took a chance with a soft rear in this one. I thought it could get a little bit more interesting, but to be honest, the soft rear feels really good. I'm very much happy with the performance of this bike right now with the softest tyre combination available. Look at that though, Quartararo. They've got to fix that for the next game. It was great in the first 2 seasons because I needed that for good results. The fact that they would make mistakes in certain corners. They also go very slow here. So if you look at the gap on the left hand side, you're going to see that's going to go up now to a good few tenths. But yeah, the whole fact of them going slow in certain corners is great when you've got a slow motorcycle, but when you're on a good bike that can really compete with the 120% difficulty, they significantly slow down, and I think then it gets a little bit too easy. I mean, right now we're just sort of sauntering across the line here in the sprint of the Indian GP. So across the line we do get back into the 42s, but it's not a specifically good lap. It's just an okay lap, let's say. I felt like we get into the 141s. Might have to save that for the race situation in just a few moments' time. So onto the right-hander then. Is Fabio going to lunge? He is not. He is not close. Oh, there he is. We've got a fight in our hand, ladies and gentlemen. Game on here in the sprint of the Indian GP. Fabio's picked up some major speed, as a matter of fact. So onto the brakes then, right at that discoloured part of the grass. So Fabio goes for a lunge. Quartararo into the lead temporarily as we lean now onto the right-hand side. What's Quartararo got for us now? He might lunge into this left-hander here, though. Wait for it. Does he go for it? He does not. He is not able to get through into turn 5. So this is the iconic now turn 7, where the AI will struggle. So Is anything going to change, or is it definitely messed up? Yeah, oh, it's gone. Oh, it's gone. Oh, my God. A whole second found just by going into that corner the correct way. The AI definitely needs some love going into that corner. A bit more practice for Quattararo and the rest of the artificial intelligence. So into the right hand, and then quick look on the left hand side of your screen. A couple of Ducatis up there, but mostly different Japanese manufacturers up there. 3 Japanese manufacturers, 1 Austrian, and of course the rest of them being Italian. So it looks pretty good in the sense of competition. But into the left hand side, we are 1 corner removed from winning here in the Indian GP Sprint. However, Fabio Quattararo is close, but he should not have the speed to outdrag a factory Ducati. So there you go then, boys and girls. Check out the results on screen. Did not think it would be that close when all was said and done. Right there at the end there. So yeah, good performance. Top 9 riders get points. Let's take a look at the championship standings to see how things are playing out for the rest of the year. Look at that. 165 points clear from the beast. We should be able to wrap this up by what? No, maybe not Motegi. The one after it, Mandalika. Possibly the one after that, Phillip Island. I don't know, but we'll have it sorted not too long from now. So let's crack on with the race. So here we go then, boys and girls, starting from the back of the grid once again, just like we did in the sprint. We'll wait for the power, wait for the lights to drop off, to chuck on the power, and away we go. So I'm going to use power setting 2 for this one. If that provides to be too easy, we'll then drop it down to power setting 1. But look at us just scything our way through. Again, getting through on 50% of the races here in just 1 corner. It's absolutely ridiculous as Quattararo goes a little bit wide there. I've tried to my best there to avoid him, using a bit of power setting 3 just to get onto the rear of Fabio, and then we'll stay with the second power option. But I do feel that we might lose time here on this straight without the assistance of power setting 3. We did in the previous years, so left my brake here a little bit late there. Leaning on an air, helping me out. Thanks a lot, teammate. Old Pody, old pal. Cheers, mate. As Luca Marini has a good look behind him, he should be paying attention to what's happening in front of him, because Paul and Vinales are comfortably ahead of Marini right now, and we're probably going to launch it up at the inside of Luca, turn left into the left-hander to get through on Paul, and hopefully side our way through now on the 2 of them to take over at the front. Marvellous. Oh, Maverick, big contact. So there comes Jack up on the inside to the terrific turn 11 corner, but I'm going to go the long way around. As mentioned in the sprint, AI do tend to struggle in that corner, and that has worked out absolutely perfectly. Still can't seem to get it right into turn 14 though. I think I've struggled with this corner since the early access days of MotoGP 23. I have always struggled with that corner. Never seem to get it right. From Moto 3 to Moto 2 to MotoGP, just can't seem to get it done. So Fabio, who was right there with us in the sprint, is down to 8th place. So we might not see the man on board the Japanese motorcycle attacking us for a victory here today. So the gap is 0.2 of a second, 10th and a half. Of course, Jack's still very close to us right now as he goes for the lunge. I thought he would, but I thought he goes tighter than that. Fair play. Fair play indeed. Jack Miller takes over at the front. But I imagine this is going to flip-flop around now. It's going to basically go back and forth the leaders. Look at the speed of that Ducati. That's absolutely ridiculous. Not unrealistic, because of course the Ducati is a beast, as we just made a small mistake there trying to get through on Jack Miller. On lap 2 of 12, Jack Miller is back in front. He will go wide and go off the circuit, of course. Is he going to go off the track? If I did that, I'd crash, I guarantee you. As we, oh, look at that! Throwing it up on the inside there. Made a bit of a mess actually up on the left-hand side there for turn 8. But it was nice to chuck it up the inside of former teammate Jack Miller as we get really tight to the apex there for turn 10. Trying different lines in there now, since I don't really know the best angle to take here in MotoGP 23 for turn 10. I do like the feeling of the corner, but I just can't seem to really get it right. So just testing and trying out different ways to see what helps and what does not. So on to the power. The gap is 0.3 of a second, so okay, Jack. Oh my god, Jack's gone for it again. Did he? Oh, what? He crashed but saved it. We saved our former teammate from crashing. We did him a solid. Jack Miller. Wow. No words. No words. How the hell did he just save that? That was a big hit. I know I was riding a little bit conservatively there, but bloody hell. I wasn't expecting such a lunge from Thriller Miller. Should have expected, I guess, but that was beautiful. Look at the difference in the lap time here. Of course, turn 2 on the lap prior, we got whacked by that man on your screen on the right-hand side there. And the difference being, without that... Oh, I think Jack's run off the track here. Oh, Bastianini got close to us. He was really close. Almost got took out of this one. It's Jack Miller. I'm really wondering where he goes for that lunge again. AI is not shy in coming forward, it seems. Of course, they never have been in the MotoGP computer games, but you definitely expect them to throw something again. Especially the 120% difficulty AI. Did I mention what difficulty I'm playing on yet? I'm sure I have 1,000 times before. Take a sip of a beverage whenever you hear me say 120% difficulty AI. Now I know Cheshire Charlie channel member used to always comment the fact that I used to say the RC16 quite a lot, which of course is the KTM. But anyway, enough about the RC16 because one is coming up very close to us here, and that is the man who's half a second behind us in the form of Jack Miller. Has definitely been flying the KTM colours in my MotoGP 23 career mode for this season. Across the line, fastest man on track. There's the 141 that I was desperately coveting earlier. We found it, and it's on power setting 2. Better than power setting 3? Maybe. Rhyming accidentally as we go into turn 3. What the hell is that? Okay, Jack. Okay. We have actually... I've just realised we've swapped places, haven't we? Last season, Enea Bastianini was basically what I am now. Almost unbeatable. So you had to use every bit of nous to get through, no matter how we did it. Aggressively push them wide, cut their nose off, anything you need to do to get through. And that's exactly what Jack Miller is doing right now. And you know what? I've got nothing but praise. It makes me proud to think that, oh, don't crash. As he hasn't crashed, has he? Oh, Jack! He's binned it. Oh, I can't believe that. I didn't expect him to go for the lunge there. They haven't been doing that for the past, sprint and then this race. Ah, that's a damn shame. We witnessed it as well. Looked behind to see the aftermath of that one. That's a shame. That's truly a shame. Oh, I'm gutted he's gone. Because that was the best fight in this race so far. And that was nothing intentional. He had no intention of trying to whack me there and vice versa. It's just the AI a little bit clueless. But here we go. Here comes Enea Bastianini. The battle is still on, ladies and gentlemen. We are a season removed from our thrilling encounters. Almost to the point that our battles were so fierce, you would think that one of us had an anathema for the other one. But it's not true. Nobody dislikes anyone in this game. I certainly don't dislike Enea Bastianini. I think he's fantastic in real life, but in the game he really drives me to the edge in that career mode last season. I'm just casting my minds back to the way I felt in the Sepang race when I binned it. I was absolutely devastated, crestfallen, DrAce was. And here we are now, what, 170 plus points removed from Enea Bastianini? The difference a year makes. And I'll tell you what, the difference a motorcycle makes. I mean, I gotta say, this Ducati's absolutely unreal. Here it comes though. Same move we got on Luca Marini. Beautiful. Try and avoid hitting the track limits, which we do quite nicely. This is it. I'm really pleased with how this game has gone though. This whole career mode has been fantastic. I was concerned that we wouldn't win the MotoGP Championship. But the key was stain the channel in red. Join the Factory Ducati team and you will receive what you want. And you know what? It's happening, and I think we're breaking away from the beast here. Just started to actually pull the throttle a little bit harder now. I've been taking my time around this one, just nice and relaxed, keeping the action flowing. Oh, the Lord Almighty, I almost binned it then. Well, that's getting a bit too casual. Oh my God. Oh, Lord Almighty, that was close. Good lap time, that as well. That was going to be the new fastest lap race of the race, sorry, but now it's not. It was actually still a very good lap time nonetheless, but I thought we were going to find 0.4 of a second pretty much in that final sector alone. As here comes the beast, and he's dropped the front. Again, I couldn't see that coming. Everyone who touches me right now is going down. So, Luca, be careful, mate. Oh, I can't believe the beast has gone down again. Well, that's his championship gone. I think I hit his bike as well, so it's probably going to take him a while to respawn. I don't even know if Jack Miller respawned, because I think where he was, he probably got hit by another motorcycle. So, I don't know whether he will or not, but into the left-hand side, round the outside. Ooh, Luca was close. Luca was definitely close. Would be great if he just suddenly decided to chuck it up the inside of me. Just throws it up on the inside. A little bit of a thought that's just come into my head right now. We haven't had a rain race in a while. Of course, the last rain race we had was in the sprint, and it was completely broken in the Sachsenring GP, where we all went on slick tyres and actually won that sprint, as a matter of fact. Ooh, track limit warning coming in there as well. So I have never finished a race here in career mode in MotoGP without getting a penalty. I would like that streak to end here today. We have 2 more track limit warnings. Very easy to do in this circuit because of the nature of how fast you want to turn in to a lot of the corners. We lost a whole second, not quite a second, but close enough to on that previous lap. Very inconsistent lap times here. I'd like to start chucking in some laps. Maybe I won't entertain the idea of Luca Marini fighting with me because I'm probably going to crash. I imagine someone's going to take me out sooner or later. You can't have that much fortune and good luck when riders make contact with you without crashing eventually. So I don't think I'm going to tempt fate. I think I'm going to try and break away from him now. Finish on a high in the Budhh International Circuit. Again, another AI rider closing in onto us really quickly. But certainly makes you nervous, doesn't it, as we go onto the left-hander for turn 5. Really enjoying this track. You know what, this is a circuit that's... I could say when I first started playing it, I was a bit sort of... a little bit perplexed in the nature of the corners, and of course I never use any racing lines, so I wasn't even sure which way the track went round as such. So I got to about here and thought, do we go for the big loop, or do we just stay here, or how does it work? So there's a lot of confusing parts of this track, but I think the more I play it, the more I enjoy it. It's very much the Circuit of the Americas effect. I used to really dislike that track, but now I've got older, now I've matured, now I've played the game more often, I would say I like that track. And I tell you what I don't like is the fact that I wasn't able to break away from Luca. I actually made more mistakes and kept him in close. So maybe I can't just shake off the wolves yet. And as a matter of fact, there's a lot of riders behind us here. We're going to have to be careful. If you take a look at that graphic in the bottom left corner of your screen, that is your track map. There is a lot of riders behind Luca. If he goes for the lunge here, this could be... of course he did. My reaction of the rider was the same I had in my head. Like, what are you doing, man? I lost 7 tenths! I lost 7 tenths in that first split because of that. Bloody hell, Luca. Here we go then on the brakes. So, here goes Luca again. No way he's going to get that stopped. They still do, though, every time. Very misleading, that is. Well, here goes Luca, then. What's he got for us as we go onto the brakes and around the outside? He might go for that inside line here. Don't push me off the track, whatever you do. Well, here goes the... I don't know what you would call it. The safety net of turn 8 and turn 7 and 8. It's definitely the corner that saves everything, isn't it? It really hides any mistakes you may have made in the first stage of the race because you gain so much time in the AI. It certainly adds to the experience, but also takes away at the same time a very unique part of the track, just simply because the artificial intelligence keep making so many mistakes in that particular corner. So here we are then. Half a second ahead of Luca Marini. Maverick Vinales in third. Quite contrasting emotions for both of those riders behind us in the real-life MotoGP. Of course, Maverick Vinales now a sprint winner with Aprilia. And Luca Marini on the Repsol Honda, I think, has not yet to finish anywhere in the points. So, I mean, we're only 2 rounds in, but we got the Circuit of the Americas this weekend. So, yeah, I mean, I guess there's still plenty of time to change things around, but I don't think Luca's going to have a season quite like Maverick is having so far. A bit hard on the acceleration there, and I went onto the curb, which has lost me time. But we still have more than a quarter of a second advantage to Valentino Rossi's half-brother. Luca will probably go for the lunge here, will he not? He went wide again. I definitely seen a little glimmer of a yellow or an orange from Luca Marini. Maro still holding his own in second, though, nonetheless. Good position for Luca. I don't think we've shared a podium with the VR46 Ducati man this season. And I don't know what's happened to Marco Bezzecchi in this game, but he has completely fallen off, and there is another track limit warning. Be careful. I don't need to start messing it up now as we go into the rides. Oh, binned it! Oh, no! Oh, my God! I am human! Oh, I've absolutely blown it! Oh, wow! We have absolutely blown it on lap 9. The most stupidest of mistakes there. Went way too tight to the apex. I just completely shut off. I lost. I just basically went full autopilot there for the wrong reasons. Goodness me. Oh, I can't believe that. I can't believe it. Well, I tell you what. I can't say any of you expected this. I didn't expect that to happen. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. What a fool. We're down in 9th place. And you know what? It's going to be fitting, isn't it? I am going to touch the track limits again at some point. I'm going to get another 3-second penalty, and I'll finish out the points for the 3rd season in a row. I think we finished in the points last season, but it wasn't much points to really gain. I can't believe that. I cannot believe it. I made an absolute blunder and a half here in the Budhh International Circuit. Thing is, I can't even use Power Setting 3 either because I've ran out of fuel almost. Used it for a bit of the straight, of course, but it's not going to make a big difference. So, Luca Marini and Maverick have got... Oh my lord, I'm off the circuit. Oh, steady. Oh, this is going terrible. This is going terrible. Marco Bezzecchi is here as we try and get through on the Italian. We're able to get through on the Italian, and now we go through on the Italian bike of Alex Marquez. I don't know why I started going for that really tight apex. It didn't pay off, did it? Oh, this is going wrong. This is going wrong. Podium gone. Victory absolutely gone. But there's still 2.5 laps. Well, not necessarily half, but 2.25 laps remaining. Again, losing the front. You're really frustrated. Not frustrated, I'd say more flustered. I was not expecting him to make such a silly error here when we had the race pretty much comfortable at the front there. It's been a while since I crashed as well. When was the last time I crashed? Have I crashed out of the MotoGP career mode with the factory Ducati yet? Oh, maybe the Termaster Rio Hondo. Possibly, yeah. I think that's the only place where we've crashed, and that was in the rain. I know we crashed in the sprint in the sanctuary, but I mean crashed out to the point where we lost a significant amount of time. I think we might have done. Well, I guess that's it then. Where are we going to finish? 9th? I'm judging by the AI's pace here. They're going to struggle now into turn 7, turn 8. Might be able to take Martin. How much time do we need to find here? Good second and a bit. Let's gauge it in a moment. Let's see. Not using the rear brake as much this time around. I went too hard on it in the previous lap. That's where I made that massive mistake. So into the tight apex there. Please don't get the track limit warning now, because all this will be in vain. We are now through on Martin, Bastianini, Oliveira, Is that Zarco? Yeah, of course it is, because we passed Martin. Zarco, Marquez, and Quartararo. Oh, that's it. There's a track limit warning. Oh, it didn't happen. We must have lost too much time. Lucky. Very, very fortunate there. And this might be on, you know. We'll have the slipstream into turn 4. I think this is on. We might be able to get the podium. We're on a pretty good lap here as well. I've woken up now, ladies and gentlemen, as we go too deep into the left-hand side. Just wanted to avoid hitting Bastianini, and we get a bit of a wheelie here. Need to sit up in my chair here. It's all really kicking off. So as we cross the line, it is the new fastest lap of the race. So 141, as we now try and side our way through on the beast. I really don't care about making contact anymore. Don't need to make friends. As we now go into the right-hand side for turn 3. Trying to squeeze through on Miguel Oliveira now. It is working a bit. No! Just got suckered into going off the circuit there. And that's cost us time. I'm guessing the beast is going to come on through now. That might be it. Then again, we did close in on Martin about the same gap now. No, I'm staying confident. We can get the podium here. Yeah, we can get the podium. Look at Quartararo. It's gone deep. Oh, I didn't mean to use the right height device then. Yeah, we've got this. I'm going for the podium, guys and girls. My podium streak is in jeopardy, but I think we can keep it going. Into the left-hand side then, Marquez is off the circuit, kicking up a smoke screen as he goes through on Johan Zarco. We do the same thing, into the left-hander. Can we get through on the 8 times world champion? We can. Can we get through on the 2021 world champion? We can. Up to 3rd place. Luca Marini looks to be winning his first race ever, as he took his first pole position here, if I'm not mistaken, in India last season. But I think we've done it. From the floor to the podium here in the Budhh International Circuit. I'll take that. I really will. It's another good lap though, nonetheless. If only I was awake earlier. I'm G'd up now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready for it. It's my first video to record today. And we're on a... yeah, not bad. Gotta say, that's not all that bad. Across the line. Again, another very solid lap time right there at the death. Good enough for me. Podium will do. And in fact, it was the fastest lap of the race set there on the penultimate lap. But Luca Marini is a race victor in MotoGP for the very first time. Maverick second and myself in 3rd after throwing it to the scenery in turn 11. So let's take a look at the championship standings. Of course, not earning the full amount here today, but I would like to see what the gap is. Maverick now goes up to 3rd. Wasn't expecting him to leapfrog both Marquez and Miller, but he's now 203 points behind, as the Beast is 173 behind the Doctor. So guys, thanks for watching the video. I certainly hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comments section down below, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.